Alrighty, back in my shop, and weather's improved a little bit lately. It's still been absolutely freaking colding, so see I got my heater running there, and I actually need to find my little fan that you guys saw in the previous video that went viral. I think I knocked that down and broke it, so I might have to just go ahead and try to fix that one. But we are going to be working on the propane system on the camper today and for the next probably several days. So this will be conglomerated into one video here, I'm sure. But here I have the conversion. You may remember this from the for the generator. I did some modifications. This is that supply-demand pressure regulator. And if you notice, I took off the low pressure regulator because I've got this that's going to be going on the main tanks. From the main tanks, it'll feed down to this line here, and I made a few conversions to hook that up to a quick disconnect. So this will be able to quickly disconnect to the low pressure regulator, and then I'll be able to take this hose and send that out to the generator for propane. Now, for the rest of the camper, I'm going to have this tee off, and it's going to be a line that actually goes into the camper and separates it up a little bit. I'm going to have a quick disconnect port in the very back for like my, basically for my little fire pit and stuff like that, and then another quick disconnect inside for that way I can use my little buddy here and like any little propane like stoves and whatnot. And then I'll have another T branch, but that won't be a quick disconnect. That'll just be a little T branch here, and because that is going to go to more than likely the propane heater that I'll have permanently installed that I still have to buy. So that way all the plumbing is done and ready to go. So follow along. I will go ahead and get started on this. I got to go ahead and use the special tape. Where'd my special tape go? Oh, here it is. Special petroleum, not Teflon tape. A lot of people think that you can just get away with using regular white Teflon tape for propane and petroleum-based lines, and you can't. The petroleum will actually degrade that, so make sure you actually get the proper yellow tape here for propane and natural gas fittings. Okay, let's go. Got the propane setup hooked up here kind of temporarily. I got the two quick disconnects along with the two 40-pound propane tanks hooked up. One of them is going to go to the generator. One of them is actually going to go into the camper, and that's what some of these hoses are for. So that's what we're going to go ahead and demonstrate now. We're going to go ahead and hook up the low pressure and supply regulator to the generator here using the Hutch Mountain conversion kit. Now I went ahead and, like I showed in the other clip there, added a little bit more hose to it, so it may take just a little bit more priming just to get this thing going, but let's go and test it out. Bring this up here, connect this, boom. I'm going to turn on, open the tanks, select the tank, windows clear, that's on. Now remember, this has to remain straight up when you're using it, so I'm going to go ahead and make like a little stand that this can sit on. But for the meantime, this should work just fine. We'll take off our caps. I'm going to pressurize it. There we go. Don't forget to open the valve. Pressurize it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Gas is off, propane's on, no choke, and eco throttle is off. Let's go ahead and see how many pulls it's going to take to start this bad boy. 2, 3 pulls. thing is, that thing's running pretty quiet, man. Let's go ahead and switch to the eco throttle, make sure it works. Ooh, that's nice. She's purring like a kitten. I think this setup should work perfectly. Yeah, buddy. So we'll go ahead and start working on the propane lines to actually get them permanently mounted into the camper. That's what these lines are going to use. So let's go. I want to go ahead and take the time and show you where I'm at so far. I plumbed the propane tubing into the cabin. So it's going to tee off from here from the main tanks, and I'm going to cut a hole through here so that way this quick disconnect can come out from behind here, and then this will what will be allow me to go ahead and connect to like my stove and my Mr. Buddy heater, and then the T that you see right there will go wrap around, come out through the cabin, and then to the back, and then that's where the second hole will go and the second quick disconnect. All right, here you can see what I did where I routed the hole, routed that out with my little router there. Note to self, particle board does not route very well with a plunge bit. It's that was a little bit difficult and didn't come out well as square as I'd wanted, but it works and it's going to be covered up, so I guess whatever. Here is the quick disconnect that'll come out, and this will be the internal quick disconnect that I can use to hook up my my stove and my Mr. Buddy heater if I so need it. So, all right, woo! All right, in all seriousness, the next step here is to go ahead and start hooking up some of these propane lines here. That'll kind of hard to do on camera. And if you noticed, I heated it up so that way it allows this to go in a little bit easier. Boom. Just like that. And we'll go ahead and keep routing it. This is always a little nervous part when you're actually going to drill a hole out through the camper, because there's really no going back. Once you do this, you're kind of committed. So F it, let's just do it. Almost out. Let's go to the other side and finish it. Oh, why is it so windy and cold? Where'd my hole go? There it is. Oh, hi there. Sweet. Still pretty chilly out here, but I want to go ahead and show you how I make these little holes through the camper and seal them off. So I'll strengthen it off so that no water or ingress gets in between the layers by putting this piece of like ABS plastic, which is the same size as the hole. I'll stick that in there, and then I'll seal it up with some silicone. And we'll go ahead and insert rod A and slot B again. I'll go ahead and Push it flush. Oop, there we go. Spread some of that silicone around there. Now just further seal it up, once I get the actual propane line coming out here, then I'll actually take like black silicone sealant once it's out and then put that in there. I still need to figure out how to make like a flange or something like that so I can actually just bolt it in, but I don't know, I can't really find out how I want to do that. So if you got any suggestions, put them in the comment below. Now, let's go ahead and check and make sure that there's absolutely no propane leaks at all, any combustible materials, anything like that. So, mind you, obviously I've got the camera on here, but there is no electrical outlets on. The power station has been pulled. I've even pulled out the solar, or disconnected the solar panels to make sure that there's no electricity going into here. And then to double check everything, can't smell anything because propane also has that garlic smell that they add to it, so can't smell anything to that. And I'm sure you can probably hear this going off. There you go. This is a propane butane natural gas detector. Let's go and start checking it just to make sure. Checking the line here. Everything's good. Same thing over here. This T connection. Good there. Now let's go under here. And we'll double check over here. Go one more time, just to make sure. Perfect. So that looks like it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. You want to know a really cool thing about having two 40-pound propane tanks integrated into the camper system with hookups all throughout? I can run this generator for days. I can also run my heater for weeks. Not to mention my little stove, although I don't have the adapter quite yet. The very best part, portable propane fire pit. That's right. One of the ultimate in glamping luxuries, guys. This thing is awesome. I can run this probably for several days on the tanks that I have. For the record, I do much prefer an actual roaring wood fire, but this is just so damn convenient, I can't pass it up. It's so easy to hook up, especially with the propane fitting that I have that I showed you how to do in the video. It makes this thing so simple, so nice to hook up. I just plug it in, click it on, and boom, I have got it, and I can relax. And before anyone says anything, yes, I already checked the temperature of the overhang. This fire barely even warms it up, so it's not even an issue. It has been a good day. I got the propane all wired up. There's still going to be a few little knickknacks that I need to take care of, but that will just come with time. I am very glad that you guys followed me along on this video. If you've made it this far, why not think about hitting that like, comment, share, and subscribe buttons. It goes a huge way into helping this channel out and furthering a lot of the content that I bring you guys. I am having so much fun building this thing. I've still got a few more things, major things to do, and the crawler hauler should be mostly completed. So I want to thank you guys for following along. I love all of you. You guys have been making this possible. Check it out, do it, get out there, and live your life, man. All right, I will see you in the next video and the next project that I add on. Deuces.